Hello, SMCC students, particularly our sophomores and juniors, for this virtual class meeting. I hope your first day of school went well. Just want to go over a couple things with all of you because we can't meet in person. As soon as I'd like to meet with you and go over some things, so we're going to do this virtually. You'll have some different videos you're going to watch today with myself, Mr. Myers, and Mr. Mack. So a couple of things, just reminders on the safety protocols. Remember, class exchanges, we have one-way hallways. Please take some time and don't all flood out into the hallway at the same time. You can slowly come out of the classroom as a group. Remember at the beginning of the day, if it's before 7:40, you can stop at your locker, but then you need to go to the cafeteria or to the gym and wait until 7:40, and after 7:40, you need to go straight to your classroom. Again, keep your lunches with you, keep a bottle of water with you. Remember to wear your mask at all times during the school day. If you are outside and you cannot maintain social distancing, you're still supposed to wear your mask. So if you're outside for lunch, spread out a little bit. The first day went pretty well with lunch, but a lot of you were outside. You need to spread out a little bit more, or we would just like you to do that to maintain some safety. Some tips, make sure that you're staying organized. Obviously, having everything with you is changing up some people's systems this year, but make sure you're staying organized, staying on top of things. Make sure you're checking Google Classroom. Email is going to be very important. We're going to email you a lot this year. So please make sure that you're checking your emails on a regular basis during your study hall, other parts of the day when available, and at night and in the morning, potentially before school. Make sure you have headphones with you if you're going to be engaging in any remote learning during the day. If any of your teachers have told you that because of the class size, we're going to pull some students out during the day, make sure you have a pair of headphones so you can do that in the IHM with Mrs. Baldwin. If you have an issue with a teacher, please make sure you talk to your teacher first. Talk to your parents about it. As a sophomore or a junior, we're asking you to try and advocate for yourself and have that conversation with your teacher first. If you need help from your parents, you can still do that. But as you get closer to college, we need to work with you and make sure that you know how to have a polite adult conversation with a teacher when there's an issue. The theme for this year is patience and flexibility for all of us. We're going to be making some changes as we go to some of the protocols, as we learn, are they working, are they not? Everyone maintain relative patience on the first day. We really appreciate that, but can keep it up. Keep up the mask wearing. All eyes are on us. We are the first school in Monroe County to go back to school in person, and people are watching us. People in our neighborhood are watching us around here. I don't want to have to go on social media and see pictures of, hey, look at these SMCC students who are not following the rules. You are going to be watched because we are in a time period where we are having a privilege that some other students are not. And in-person instruction, right, in these days is a privilege. So we don't want to take advantage of that privilege. We want people to know that we are doing things the right way and following the rules as they are put out there. I popped into some classrooms today and some study halls. I saw some games being played on your iPads. Remember, during the school day, unless you were during your lunch period, they are not allowed. Generally, as a principal, if I see you do it once, I'll give you a warning. If not, I will swipe you after that. So your iPad is an academic tool. You should be using it for academics during the school day. We all have to do our part to stop the spread of COVID. Obviously, we want to play sports. We want to have all of our fall sports. We want to have football in the spring when it's rescheduled. We want to have basketball. We want to have wrestling. We want to have bowling. We want to have all the winter sports. We want to have all the spring sports next year. So we got to work together to follow the regulations that the government has set for us and the diocese has set for us to make sure that we can hopefully stop the spread of COVID-19. Throughout the year, be kind to each other. We're in a time period where we have an election coming up, and there's a lot of divisiveness on both sides of the political spectrum on various issues. One of the things about living in a Christian community is that we can hopefully get along, even if we don't agree about everything. So be kind to each other. You can agree to disagree. You can have those things happen where you may have a difference of opinion with somebody, but it doesn't mean you have to get angry. It doesn't mean you have to attack them on social media. My rule of thumb for social media is, would your grandmother want to read what you are writing on social media. When you go out and blast somebody on Instagram because you're mad at them, or Snapchat or whatever, know that people are reading that and people are watching that. And just because you think it's a private conversation, it's not. Nothing is private. Once you hit send and you put something out into the internet, into the world, or even a text, that's not private. You've shared it with somebody. They might be your best friend. They may not be your best friend 3 weeks from now. So remember, when you are texting, when you are snapping, when you are on Instagram, when you are on Twitter, when you're on Facebook, even for some of you who hang out with the old people on Facebook like me, you're putting yourself out there, and you don't want to be in a position where something that you do brings embarrassment upon you or your family, or hurts your ability to get into a college or university or get a job. The internet has a long memory, and things do not go away like you think they will. I'm really looking forward to a great year. I'm hoping that we're going to be here all year together in person. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. But if we continue to stick with this together and do it the best we can, we're going to have a great year. So be safe, have fun, and we will be around the hallways and see you in the hallways and say hello.